In 2018, a petite teenager from Wigan, England stepped onto the stage of The Voice Kids UK and delivered a moment that would linger long after the studio lights dimmed. Lucy Thomas, just 14 at the time, sang Moon River with a clarity and emotional depth that felt far beyond her years. Within seconds, all three coaches turned their chairs, signaling the arrival of a rare and special talent. For viewers watching from their living rooms, Lucy's voice felt intimate, almost personal, as if she were singing directly to them. Her performance wasn't about power or spectacle. It was about sincerity, control, and quiet confidence. Overnight, her name traveled far beyond Wigan, echoing across social media and music platforms. Yet fame often raises questions as quickly as it brings applause. When the season ended, many wondered whether Lucy would fade into memory or patiently build something lasting. Early life and musical roots. Lucy Thomas was born on February 21, 2004, in the calm town of Wigan, where family life and simple routines shaped her early years. Music was woven naturally into her home, not as ambition, but as expression. From a young age, Lucy gravitated toward timeless voices like Celine Dion, Whitney Houston, and Barbra Streisand, absorbing their emotion and phrasing with quiet fascination. While other children played outside, Lucy spent hours listening, singing, and discovering how music could communicate feelings words often couldn't. Her parents noticed early that this wasn't a passing interest. They encouraged her gently, never forcing the dream, but always supporting it. Family gatherings often paused just to listen to Lucy sing, her voice filling the room with warmth. These moments weren't performances. They were foundations, nurturing confidence, sensitivity, and a love for music that would guide her future. Finding confidence on small stages. Before national television, Lucy's earliest audiences were school halls, community events, and modest local competitions. These stages may have been small, but they played a powerful role in shaping her confidence. Teachers often remarked on her ability to connect emotionally, noting that Lucy didn't simply sing notes, but conveyed feeling with remarkable maturity. Each performance helped her understand stage presence, control nerves, and trust her voice. Traveling to competitions required commitment from her family, who stood beside her through long days, quiet doubts, and early triumphs. Living in a small town sometimes made big dreams feel distant, and Lucy occasionally questioned whether music could truly be her path. Instead of retreating, she leaned into those doubts, using them as motivation. Every applause, no matter how modest, reinforced her belief that perseverance mattered more than scale, and that growth happens step by step. The Voice Kids UK breakthrough. UK. Lucy's life changed dramatically when she auditioned for The Voice Kids UK in 2018. Standing under bright lights, she delivered Moon River with elegance and emotional restraint, captivating both the coaches and the audience. Danny Jones, Pixie Lott, and Will.i.am all turned their chairs, drawn not only by her vocal purity, but by the sincerity behind it. Choosing Danny Jones as her mentor proved pivotal, as he encouraged Lucy to explore emotional nuance rather than simply vocal strength. Throughout the competition, she demonstrated versatility, from her delicate rendition of Somewhere Over the Rainbow to a bold contemporary performance of Wolves. Each song revealed new layers of her artistry. Although her journey ended in the semifinals, Lucy walked away empowered, respected, and visible. She hadn't won a trophy, but she had gained something far more enduring: stepping into a professional career. After The Voice Kids, Lucy didn't retreat from the spotlight. She redirected it. At just 15, she signed with Cavendish Records, marking her transition from talent show standout to professional recording artist. In early 2019, she released her debut album, Premiere, a collection of carefully chosen covers that highlighted her emotional clarity and vocal control. Songs like Hallelujah resonated deeply with listeners, quickly gaining millions of views online. The album proved Lucy was not a fleeting television moment, but an artist capable of sustaining attention through authenticity. Audiences around the world connected with her interpretations, drawn to the honesty in her delivery. This early success gave Lucy confidence and momentum, allowing her to focus on long-term artistic development rather than instant fame. It was the beginning of a steady, intentional journey grounded in musical respect and personal growth. Growth through albums and digital platforms. Over the following years, Lucy continued to evolve through a series of albums including Encore, Timeless, and Destiny. Each release reflected greater maturity, both vocally and emotionally, blending classical influences with modern sensibilities. Rather than chasing trends, Lucy focused on songs that aligned with her identity, allowing her voice to remain the centerpiece. At the same time, she embraced digital platforms, particularly YouTube, where her performances reached a global audience. Millions of listeners discovered her music online, forming a loyal fan base that followed her progress closely. These platforms allowed Lucy to connect directly with supporters, sharing not only music, but moments of gratitude and reflection. The digital space became an extension of her artistry, proving that meaningful connection doesn't require constant headlines, only consistency, sincerity, and respect for the listener's experience. Beyond, a new chapter in 2024. In 2024, Lucy reached a significant milestone with the release of her album Beyond. This project symbolized more than continuation, it marked artistic expansion. For the first time, Lucy stepped into songwriting, sharing pieces that reflected personal growth, self-reflection, and emotional honesty. Beyond showcased a more confident artist, willing to explore vulnerability and originality, while maintaining the purity that defined her earlier work. Critics and fans alike praised the album for its depth and balance, noting how Lucy's voice had matured alongside her perspective. Rather than reinventing herself dramatically, she refined her identity, allowing subtle evolution to speak louder than transformation. The album felt like a conversation rather than a performance, inviting listeners into her journey. Beyond confirmed that Lucy Thomas was no longer just a prodigy remembered from television, but a developing artist shaping her own narrative, personal life and quiet strength. And, behind the music, Lucy Thomas has remained grounded, navigating the pressures of early fame with care and self-awareness. Entering the industry so young brought challenges, including self-doubt and the weight of expectations. Lucy has spoken openly about moments of uncertainty, emphasizing that resilience often grows in silence, not spotlight. Her family remains her anchor, particularly her younger sister Martha, who shares both her life and musical passion. Together, they collaborate, support, and inspire one another, creating a safe creative space rooted in trust. Lucy also prioritizes balance, choosing simplicity over excess and protecting her mental well-being. Time spent walking, journaling, or simply being with loved ones helps her stay centered. Rather than being consumed by fame, Lucy treats music as communication, not competition, allowing her to grow without losing herself along the way. Looking ahead with purpose. Lucy Thomas's journey is far from complete, yet it already offers quiet inspiration. From a young girl singing at home in Wigan to an artist with a global audience, her path reflects patience, dedication, and authenticity. She hasn't rushed success or chased constant visibility, choosing instead to build a career rooted in sincerity. As she looks toward the future, possibilities remain open, from live tours to deeper songwriting exploration. Whatever direction she chooses, Lucy's commitment to emotional truth will likely remain unchanged. Her story reminds us that lasting impact doesn't always arrive loudly. Sometimes it grows steadily, shaped by belief and effort. Lucy Thomas continues to sing not for attention, but for connection, and that is what makes her journey resonate. As her voice continues to evolve, so too does the story she is still writing, one song at a time.